Hello, Phil Earle here, back with another BookTrust video blog for you. And I wanted to talk about books with a difference today. We've talked a lot in this residency about finding the right book, the book that's going to open the door for readers. And in our house, one of the books that's opened the door for our daughter actually doesn't look like a book at all. This is the thing that's made a massive difference, or what's inside it certainly. This is our Elsie's CD case. And inside are just dozens and dozens and dozens, and it just goes on, page after page of audiobooks. And the same thing happens every night. Elsie's a good reader anyway. You know, she enjoys reading. But every night she gets put in bed 7:30ish after a story. She'll read for the best part of an hour, and then we'll go up, say, okay, put your book down, turn your light off, and then we'll go back downstairs. Think we've got a bit of time to chill out, go back up at 9:30 to find her with her headphones on, listening to endless stories. But it's something there to be celebrated. And for me, this idea that listening to an audiobook, suggesting that that's not reading, again, I think is wrong. People say, yeah, but it's a very passive thing to sit there and listen. Why? Why is it passive? You know, if you're taking that story in, you've got to concentrate, I think, just as hard as you would if you had the book open in front of you. So I thought I'd flag up just a few of the audiobooks that have just, they've filled our car journeys for starters when we've been going on holiday or going away. But also that it's just been a magnificent introduction to stories and the magic of stories. And these have been some of our favourites. So, obviously everybody knows about Cressida Cowell and how great How to Train Your Dragon is, in particular, you know, along the way the films helped as well. But, you know, and for me, my way into reading, one of the ways into reading was getting into reading through seeing films. So if you've got a boy or girl at home who've watched How to Train a Dragon and loved it, do get them onto the audiobook if they're a reticent reader. These ones are read by David Tennant, who seems to do more and more audio stuff, for good reason. He's got a terrific voice for telling stories. So that is definitely one I'd recommend. As is, you could throw it far and wide with Dahl. You could pick any Dahl, but Richard Ayoade's reading of the Twits, for me, is a beauty. You know, he's just got that wonderfully dry, slightly macabre sense of humour, which is just absolutely perfect for something like the Twits. I would also suggest having a look for this. A brilliant box set of Paddingtons, which are all read by Stephen Fry. And of course, everyone talks about Stephen Fry in terms of his readings of Harry Potter, but his Paddingtons absolutely bring it to life. And again, especially in light of the movie coming out a year or so ago, if you've got a young person who got into Paddington via the film, again, and he doesn't want to read the book, or she don't want to read the book, get them involved in the audios. These are read by Stephen Fry and Jim Broadbent as well, so they're absolutely brilliantly done. And the other, without a doubt, our favourite audiobooks in the whole world, and I think we've gone through just about every one of them now, are the incredible Mr. Gums. Now, the great thing about Mr. Gum audio is that you have two choices, in that you can go for two different types of narrators. You can either get the ones that are read by the author, Andy Stanton, or you can get the ones that are read by Kate Winslet. So you've got, brilliant choices. We are fans of the Stantons. I don't think there was a finer reader of his own work than Andy Stanton. They are absolutely hilarious. The Biscuit Billionaire is my favourite, mainly because he has the most brilliant Geordie accent for little Alan Taylor, the electric gingerbread man with the electric muscles. His Geordie accent is absolutely hilarious, even worse than mine, believe it or not. But they are absolutely brilliant. If you are looking as an adult for a way to spend 2 hours of enjoyable time with your kids in a car, then the Mr. Gums are where they are, because they are absolutely brilliant. So again, don't be afraid to look outside of the standard book. Audio can be just the most magnificent way into reading. Thanks for listening. I look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.